Wouldn't come out. So what we're doing here this evening is what you saw down there in the last video was the old pan that got T-rashed. So we went and bought I wouldn't call it a cheap, but the Jegs brand aluminum drag pan kit, which comes with the oil pan, which I've already cut the trap door out of. We got to do some things to this. Also comes with a remote mount oil there it was. Comes with a remote mount oil filter kit. We got to weld a couple bungs in here for the turbo returns. Blah blah blah. So you'll see the blue tape here. Now what that's for is we have to make this sump from this deep to this deep. And the reason that is obviously that right there. So now even with us doing that, probably hear the train going by out back. So even with us doing that, we're still going to have to put some type of protection, because it's still going to hang down a little bit. I don't want to make it any shallower than what we're fixing to make it. We're probably going to have to do something with the sump. The sump's going to be a little too deep now also. They had this sump with the kit. I don't know if we're going to use that or not. We're kind of between a rock and a hard place here, so we're having to kind of do what we got to do what we got to do. So we're going to cut this thing up and rebuild it. And what we're going to have to do is, because this holds 6 quarts, and I would like to continue to hold 6 quarts. Shortening this, I mean, I guess we don't have to have 6 quarts. I guess it could be one of those things that, because you almost figure with the car running, there's a quart or so floating around in the motor and out to the turbos and stuff like that. So we could probably I don't know yet. So we may just cut it, put a new bottom on it, put 6 quarts in it anyway, and kind of see what happens. Because it's not, what I don't want is, which is not going to happen, is oil getting up into here and setting, which isn't a big deal. I guess I had like some kind of crazy amount of quarts in that thing. And I don't know where they're saying it's going to hold the 6 quarts at. It's going to be here. So we'll probably just cut this thing off and put a new bottom on it and run 6 quarts anyway, at least 6 quarts, just so, and it may be even, I don't know if it'll work, but it may even be a thing that we fire the car up and get oil all through it and then shut it off and pull the dipstick and see, we'll make it full with oil running all through it. I don't know. We're just kind of guessing here, but I know this is going to be too deep. We're going to drag this thing all over everything and end up in worse position than this was. Because this is aluminum. It's just going to tear this thing like, it's going to open it like a pop can. So we're probably just going to cut this off, put a new bottom on it, overfill it with oil, and call it good.
Good.
Because it's still going to have a better sump than this. Because this thing here, look how long this sump was. When I built this thing, I mean it worked, but all my oil ran up into here. So yeah, it was overfilled like crazy, but the oil was still running away. So with this design being not this long, even with one quart less, it's probably going to be a better design, or not have oil run away from it nearly as bad as what this thing did. So we're going to cut this thing up, and we'll get back to you here shortly. So we got the old plasma fired up over there, and this is kind of what we're looking at here. So this all is going to kind of build off the side like this here, and be a nice little kick out to get that oil capacity that I said I wasn't worried about. Well, I'm worried about it. So it's going to look a little goofy underneath there, but I don't care. So if you don't like it, I don't care. So we're gonna get this stuff cleaned up and tacked up, and we'll kind of show you what it's gonna look like before we just full-blown weld it together, I guess. So, and we're gonna go get some off because the mosquitoes are crazy tonight. All right, so we ended up doing the kick out, which I like a lot. So that gave us our minimum quart of oil back that we would have been lacking if we had just cut it and put it flat. So I'm really happy. It looks kind of cool in there. All this is for is oil capacity. That's it. Now a lot of like the older small block Chevy, big block Chevy stuff, you'll see kick out pans like this for solely for windage, but you'll see them kick out all the way to the side of the motor like this. That's because those cranks, when they sling the oil off, they want to sling out here out of the way and drain back so don't get caught in the crank. And they say it makes more horsepower, stuff like that. These LSs don't really have that problem because the crank is all the way up inside the block skirting. But this is only for capacity is all this is. So we're going to try to get us some oil return line bungs in here kind of real quick. I kind of want to bring them all the way back to here where it's flat. It'd be easier to weld back here, because this is real short here and real rounded. And yeah, I mean I can fill it in, but we'll see. I'll probably end up putting them back where they were between these two bolts here. Gotta do the oil drain still. Put that back here in this corner. I'm actually put it in the very back here, facing rear ways actually. Getting tired. I think it's like 1 in the morning or something. It's 1 o'clock. The gate opens tomorrow at noon. It's a 2-hour drive for us. So we need to be out of here by 12. Because driver's meeting is at 3. So most of these races we go to, driver's meeting's not for like hours after the gate opens, but this one just happens to be pretty quick after the gate opens. So still got quite a bit to do. Not only that, then we got to mount the remote oil filter and plumb it. We might end up showing up like 20 minutes before the driver's meeting or something, but it is what it is. So we're gonna keep chugging along here, and we will probably be back to show you guys the finished product when it's all said and done underneath here.
Buttoned up, ready to rock.
Buttoned up, ready to go. That's right.
Currently, it is 4:34.
Oh boy.
Well, the good thing is we don't have to get up early.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Oh, that's fine. That's perfect. 6 hours? 7 hours.
1, 2, 3. We need to be like up and out the door almost by like 11.
We need to be up. Well, I mean, yeah, and out the door. I was
We need to
saying
be leaving by 11. It's 2 hours. Anyway,
yeah.
So as you can see, we got her done. It has been a long day. And
it looks good.
It looks
killer.
Really good. I mean,
like you almost know what you're doing.
Like I almost got a pretty good idea
what's happening
about
here.
what it is that's going on around here. So all we got left to do is put oil in it and start it and hope it don't leak oil. Yeah, well, and hope it has oil pressure. I guess that's kind of important.
Numero, you know.
It's been a long day. A really long day. So, man, we still got to jerk that caster camber plate back over. That's one wrench does that. Yeah. This guy. Anyway.
That ain't.
So it's done.
Yeah, we got a new oil pan. That's it. I mean, it took a little bit to get it, but yeah.
See you guys tomorrow.
In a couple hours.
Yeah.
Adios.